On Wednesday, January the 12th, 2011, the Miami-Dade School Board publicly recognized the impact of the Miami Rescue Mission on the homeless children who attend area schools. The proclamation was proposed by school board member Raquel Regalado. It was her first proposed proclamation since filling the district's 6th seat.
Homeless community in Miami-Dade County, and I'm so grateful for Miami Rescue Mission and for the work that you do. And I never lose an opportunity to talk to people about the plight of the homeless in our community and the changing face of the homeless in our community. As you know, for more than a decade, we've been fighting the stigma of the homeless man, the person that everyone thinks is the face of homelessness. They think that he's a drug addict, that he's an older Anglo man, but that is not the case, especially not the case in Miami-Dade County. I'd like to take this opportunity to really talk about the great strides that have been made in our community when we talk about homelessness, specifically since our community has so many homeless families. And that's why I thought this resolution is important, because it's important to recognize these homeless families and the homeless children who attend our Miami-Dade County schools. I think it's very interesting when we talk about homeless children in our system because we have gone through such great pains, and Miami Rescue Mission is one of the organizations that have done such a wonderful job of not stigmatizing these children, so that the people, their teachers and their colleagues do not know that they are homeless. And I think that that is beautiful, and it's so important for these children, since they have gone through so much psychologically, for them to be able to stay in the schools before they in the same school that they were in before they became homeless, and for them to have some semblance of what is normal. And you go out of your way to provide them with uniforms and supplies so that they don't feel different. But the problem is that has been so seamless that so many people do not know about how many homeless children are in our system. And I think that that is a great shame. And that is something that as a community we should recognize. So I would like to ask Marilyn and Antonio to come up here and receive this on behalf of Miami Rescue Mission. Miami Rescue Mission has been serving South Florida since 1922. And they have centers in Broward and in Miami, right downtown, a few blocks from here. I was with them for Thanksgiving, serving families. It's wonderful. If you haven't been to the centers, if you haven't gone to see what they can do, they really are at the cutting edge of what we need to do for our homeless community. It's not just about feeding and shelter. It's about empowering them. It's about educating them. It's about providing them with the tools to get out of the cycle of homelessness. And one thing that I always want to mention, because people don't understand this concept, and I know we've talked about this a million times, but for those of you that are watching, is that there's so many different barriers for homeless people. Usually when a person becomes homeless, the first thing that they lose is their identification, and then they sort of don't exist. There's a series of steps that have to be taken to reincorporate these people into our society, to get them a driver's license, to find out where their birth certificates were, to help them to apply for social aid, to help them get their GEDs in many instances, and to educate them as to what they need to do to become functioning members of our community. A lot of them are single women, a lot of them are single parents. A lot of them are entire families who are usually pushed out because they live paycheck to paycheck, end up living in a car, and before you know it, are on the streets. We had a case recently of a woman that was living in a playground with her children. This happens all the time. And a lot of these children are in our system, and you do a wonderful job of taking care of them, not only during the day, but after school. And it's really a wonderful center, and it is seriously a privilege for me to recognize you today.
Director of Community Development Marilyn Brummett and Miami Center's Director Antonio Biasuso were on hand to accept the award.
I want to thank the board, Chair, Ms. Regalado, and her father, and everybody that supports us. And I just want you to take notice of what we're doing, and thank you for taking notice of what we're doing, and to just remember that there's so many things facing in our community right now that just drug addiction is not homelessness only. It could be many things. So just thank you one more time for recognizing us, and we appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.
say thank you to Raquel Regalado. I really appreciate that we came out on Thanksgiving. Without the community, we couldn't do the things that we do. All the wonderful people that was recognized before us, I really get excited when I see that. We have a radio show called Mission Possible, the Good News program. It airs every Sunday morning between 9 and 10, and we interview life changers, people who are making a difference in the community. So I'm going to task out my department who's here taking pictures to make sure they contact all those wonderful people. I want them to share their story on the radio on Mission Possible. It airs on 610 AM WIOD, so it has over 200,000 listeners every Sunday morning. And Raquel, I also want to interview you to give me that privilege. I would love to do that. But you know, the community is everything, and it really is teamwork. We need the community. We can't do the things that we do without you. And you know, Thanksgiving, we thought we had record numbers there that day. We had about 1,400 people. Well, Christmas, I was ready for about 900, 1,100 people to line up. We had over 2,300 that lined up at the centers who needed help, and families and singles, and it was just incredible. We thought, oh my God, how are we going to take care of all this? I was only prepared for 900, and I got 2,300. I want to tell you that God is awesome, and He provided enough food. I don't know how it happened. We had enough toys for everybody. Every adult got presents, and we have corporations like Aramark and all kind of people, State Farm, all those kind of people, schools. We had school children who did shoe boxes, and to give out to our men and women. So I want to say thank you, community, for helping and continue to help and think about the homeless. And just go to the website if you want to get involved. We love you all.